Out of creativity comes positive energy. The fact that people have disregarded it and don't necessarily always encourage it is something to be questioned. You have to ask, why is creativity there? Why are we telling these stories again and again? It's not stopped. It's not going to stop. Creative jobs are not about to go. That is the truth. Because, you can't get a computer to do that because the computer doesn't understand what is required here. My job is to try and bring great stories to the screen, to television, to radio, to the theatre that are true. And I don't mean that they're true stories, but there's a truth to them. And sometimes it's a bigger truth than just the facts. I'm actually quite different to a lot of writers because the bottom line is that I came to it as an actor. When I write now, I write like an actor. I'm very heavily into research. A lot of what I work on is real life stories and real life people, and this idea that you just make stuff up and you don't kind of like take it from the real world is pretty unusual, really. I don't think that happens. I don't need a studio. I don't need anything really. I need a pen, I need my head. I do some of the best writing walking or on trains. I never have the thing where I don't have an idea. But the dilemma is that there are a million ideas and your choice is to make one. There isn't really a shortcut, and honestly, if there was a shortcut, I would have found it. You get down to it, you work all day, that's how all the great writers have done it, and you do it all the time, day in, day out. That's the skill. The world is full of scripts, unfortunately, a lot of scripts, and there just aren't that many good ones, is the honest truth. The main dilemma is it comes down to story, seeing through the mush to where the story is, the actual kind of little nugget at the centre is the hardest possible thing. So then people look at Ocean's 11, for instance, and they'll go, Ocean's 11 is a film about a group of guys led by George Clooney who are going to rob a casino. And the film isn't about that. That isn't the story. That's the plot, but that isn't the story. The story is there's a man who's lost his wife and he's going to screw over the guy who's taken her. That's the story, and that's my job. My job is to spot it, and I can spot it in books sometimes, and then I spot it in books and then I see them make the film and I go, you missed it. You didn't do it. And even when the films are hugely successful because the plot is great. The plot on some films is fantastic, but they miss the story. People inspire me, I would say, first of all. I like the way people walk and working out how they feel, what's happened to them in their lives, looking at families and how they react in supermarkets. The whole kind of theatre of life, I think, is fascinating. The thing I'm proudest of is Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. Not really because it was a good success, it got lots of awards, but the thing that I'm proudest of about it is that when we all got on set for the first time and started working together, everybody was facing in the same direction. There is something in the creative process that somehow calms down the psyche. It allows you to find your place in the world. It allows you to work out where we all are in the universe. My name is Viragh. I'm an actor, writer and director, and cut.